Hey girl, and welcome back to After Class, the game that teaches us that Walter has 0 brain cells. This is murdering stream, so I'm turning it off. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Otherwise, the stream's going to fucking die. Which one was Anders? Right here. Because this is the, update. This is Anders' update. I know my basic girl was off center. Options, what are these here? Okay. Yeah. The bull observed his phone, fretting over what to say. He had to deal with Talbot, and I wasn't there to help. I wish I had more to offer than just stay away. Something more comforting. Not a problem anymore, but what do I even say? A hunk of plastic and metal showing him his own half-horn and making him doubt himself. If he were born in an era of war and valor, would he have found more certainty within himself? Or was this his true nature? Yes, that was Star in the background. I just wish I knew how to help him. The phone was put away. Whatever text he was hoping to send, he was too caught in overthinking to commit to one. Perhaps it was best to leave well enough alone. Maybe I should just pull away. It was too soon to decide for sure. There was still a chance that he and Walter could grow closer in a way that was good. But the fear of disaster was formidable. If it comes between me and him, I'll pick him. I'll let his happiness come before mine, so it's okay if I have to be sad. Yes, I've decided if the time comes when I have to pull away, I will do so. It's for the best. Day 9. After class. You woke up to the sound of doves greeting the morning, bright and chipper. Or perhaps robins? Wrens? Not that you remembered which was named what. More to the point, you hadn't opened your eyes to look. You felt that you didn't want to open them. Not yet. Yeah, Star was the collaborator. You have been sentenced. Hold on. I'm going to do a bit. You have been brought to trial before chat for crimes against Spotify. How do you plead?
I tried to turn it off, but it won't let me.
You have been found guilty. Your punishment is you will be thrown into the pit. Please, sir! She's just a child! Silent! Yeah, I'm gonna hand you the cake. Ah!
If I'm gonna be stuck here, I might as well eat cake.
You might as well. Do you also want a fork?
Yes, please.
And what about a plate? Actually, you could just eat it off.
I'll just eat it off the fucking thing.
You'll just eat it off the thing. I have to jump to get on my bed. I have to fucking jump! Remember when I pissed you off that one time?
Yeah.
I just went, jump, frog, jump.
Remember when I almost jumped?
Yeah, that was wild. Haha!
Learning of Scar's violence.
Alright, you have been sentenced to freak deer. To the pit of freak deer.
No, you can't.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's strawberry shortcake.
The punishment is now.
Freak deer!
Alright, she's been punished.
I'm gonna punish your mom, dude.
I'm gonna punish your dad.
Please do. He's a piece of shit.
Hey, yo! Probably the result of you punching most of your energy out of yourself yesterday. What I wouldn't give for a school holiday today. I feel like a slug. A Walter-shaped slug. Is it good? Right. Recalling your nasty exchange with Talbot didn't help either. How uncivilized you acted. Although it was gratifying seeing that big jerk rendered speechless, you still needed to hold yourself to a higher standard. As you sat up, you cleared your head with a nice, long breath through your nose. Oh well, too late now. I just need to do better from now on. Insert Lars noises here. Oh! That's right, Lars is staying with me now. Oh, to be a sad little slug that yearns for sleep. That's me every morning. You felt silly for being reminded that only by Lars softly moaning, but to be fair, it wasn't exactly the main thing on your mind yesterday. He didn't consent to giving you permission, but it's okay.
I didn't try to put it on there.
Yeah, she didn't try to.
My phone glitches out and I can't really work with it.
Hey man, don't feel bad. During an update on my phone, it, like, duplicated all my contacts.
Oh my god.
I know, I need to, like, actually sit down and, like, fix it. It also duplicated some of my alarms. Wait, no, that was on my old phone. Good morning, Lars. Good morning, Walter. Sleep well? I think so. I want more, though. If only all of us could sleep as long as we wanted. I don't know, it's an iPhone. I use an iPhone.
Yeah, I also use an iPhone.
Baracat.
No offense, but I wouldn't want to be a collaborator anyway. Not with, never mind.
Not with his Spotify account.
Not with his Spotify account. No offense. Your taste in music's mid.
Hey, yo! If only all of us could sleep as long as we wanted. Oof, yeah. Never mind the fact that Lars was technically unemployed and could technically sleep the day away. Now that you were housing... Oh, fuck, I almost dropped my phone. Now that you were housing him... Ah! But you knew he would not behave like that, so the comment held up. As far as you were concerned. Alright, I want to do a bit with the webcam. Do I want to do a bit with the webcam?
Go for it.
Do you want to lay down so you're not in shot?
You know what?
Alright, I'm doing a bit. Alright.
Oh, you can't even see me anyway. Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, you kind of can right there. Yeah, just do that. Alright, you ready? Yeah. You have been brought to trial before chat for crimes against Spotify.
Would you like a bite of cake?
How do you plead? You have been... Alright, do we find her guilty? Is she guilty? This is what my life has come to.
Loser.
You have been found guilty.
Have I?
You have been found guilty. Your punishment is the pit
Of whipped cream?
of freak deer.
I will stab you with this fork. I swear to God. Back the fuck up!
Freak deer!
Motherfucker!
Alright, that's the bit.
Okay, cool.
If her phone was glitching out, then no, not guilty. Was your phone glitching out?
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess we just... The freak deer actually did show up. But you knew he would not behave like that, so the comment held up as far as you were concerned. Hiya. I guess we are doing webcam streams, but only every once in a while. I only turned it on for like a bit. On the bright side, breakfast. And speaking of, do you have any requests? Okay, Amethyst says you're not guilty.
I'm too hot to be guilty.
Nothing comes to mind. I guess whatever's most likely to spoil first in the fridge. We'll use that up. Reasonable enough. I know just the thing then. I know I could count on you, Lars. Now that's just silly. But you're welcome. He seems to be in better spirits compared to yesterday. I'm glad. You checked the time on your phone. A fair bit earlier than you were used to waking up, but that actually pleased you rather than vexing you. He's still offended, though. The soft morning sunlight and the muffled chirping of birds seemed to deepen your calm. I'm honestly quite relaxed today, maybe because I managed my stress well yesterday and had a good rest. Hopefully I can keep this up. Whether you could or not, you had to wait a bit for Lars to finish in the bathroom before getting yourself clean. Here's to a good start for a good day. I hope. There was something especially freeing about getting naked and stepping into the shower this morning. like discarding your stressors and worries onto the floor right next to the bin of dirty laundry, a quiet decision to let nothing bother you today. You have everything on your mind melt and drain down your body, mixing with the shower water. I feel like I'm forgetting... what? What'd you say?
Like your mother.
Ah!
It's all whipped cream.
You don't want the whipped cream?
Mm-mm.
Then just throw it away.
God damn it!
Are you trying to make a mess?
No! But this thing is slippery as fuck.
Ah!
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 Like your mom was last night. I mean...
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo.
I feel like I'm forgetting something important. Ugh, that's gonna bother me all day now. Or perhaps that was needlessly poetic and unrealistic. The only thing you were free from was the dirt of last night's clothes. I know I'm supposed to handle my stress carefully, but it's hard not to dwell on things that bother me. Well, no doubt that's the same for everyone. Even Mark seems like he doesn't have to worry about anything, and look what happened there. Yeah, I just gotta try and stay cool as much as I can, I suppose. Having taken comfort in assuming a sensible attitude, or at least more sensible than before, you felt ready to start the day. You could hear and smell food being cooked by Lars's practiced hands. Then you could see him as well, said hands moving quickly and deftly. Must be the skill of a master chef at work. Smells great so far. I'd hope so. Not about to serve you a stinky breakfast. Well, unless you like stinky foods. Some are delicious. I wouldn't know, but yeah, nothing like that for breakfast, please. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's soft.
I know, right?
Duly noted. Not knowing what else to do, you sat yourself down in a chair and waited for Lars to finish. Playing games on your phone would have killed time, but that felt oddly inappropriate. You technically had a guest staying with you, albeit indefinitely. Upon reflecting on this, you decided to make more of an effort. What to talk about? All we really have in common is the beach trip. Well, it's something. Hey, Lars. Yes? I was just remembering our trip on Sunday. Did you enjoy it? Huh? That already feels like a lifetime ago. Yesterday was something else. But yeah, I had a good time. I'm glad. It got a bit weird with Mark and me, but I'd feel bad if it made everyone else feel bad. I think we went over that stuff at the time, though. It's all good. Yeah, just, how do I put it? Make sure none of it was said out of politeness. I see. Or some kind of irrational guilt, maybe. Either way, I don't harbor any bad feelings, I swear. Even if I did, seeing your face when you realized how an onsen works would have made up for it. Alright, he's asking, or Amethyst is asking if you want to, like, add or remove any songs.
No, actually, what I'm gonna do is remove myself from that collaboration, if I can. I haven't got on my Spotify in a minute, because I got Apple Music now, because I'm not a loser. The question is, can I remove myself? And if so, how do I do that?
It's so nice seeing Lars' smiling face. Even if it feels a little weird. It's so nice. Even if I did, seeing your face when you realize how an onsen works would have made up for it. That was a vulnerable moment for me. Oh, I felt bad at the time, but after the moment passed, honestly, it was pretty funny looking back. Yeah, I won't forget you making fun of my plight. It's best to let things like that go. Even if you didn't go, you'd want to try an onsen eventually, yeah? Yeah, so? Then you'd have to get naked to do that. You'd have to face it sooner or later. Or would you let your fear of being exposed keep you from that experience forever? What irritated you wasn't just that Lars was teasing you about that of all things, but that he was completely right. I guess, if I had to experience that with anyone, it should have been with people I know. There you go. And now you know what to expect. So all's well that ends well, right? You still should have warned me, though! Anders lost his nerve to do so because you were so dead set on surprising me. Point taken. You chatted a bit more with Lars until it was time to eat. That was so good! Thank you for cooking, Lars! Glad you enjoyed it. You need to leave for school yet? I imagine it's still early. Since you weren't sure yourself, you checked your phone. Yeah, I have some time to kill. Why do you ask? Oh, just making sure you're not late or anything. Wouldn't want to hold you up. Pfft, appreciate it. I'm pretty good at getting to places on time, though. Mostly because you hated the feeling of being late and disappointing someone. Really? Based on last Monday, it really seemed like you were running late. Hence, pretty good and not perfect. Fair. You were just about to stash your phone back into your pocket when it started ringing. Oh, geez, that startled me. Yeah, I hated that feeling. He made a mental note of how sad he sounded. If your suspicions were correct, maybe you could get him a gift next time you were in the city. Oh, it's Anders. Huh, he usually texts me. Morning. Did I wake you up? No, not at all. That's a relief. I was wondering if you wanted to walk to school together. I'm a bit tired of going there all by myself each morning, if that makes sense. Oh, sure, that'd be nice. We can meet up at Publix in about 15 minutes if that's alright. Sounds perfect. See you there. Sounds like you have a date. I wouldn't call it a... What's that face for? It's for all sorts of things. Right now, it's for looking at a silly boy named Walter.
What?
I'm 23. A silly young man, then. Ugh. Take your dad jokes elsewhere. I'm going to school. Have a good day. Woo! Shake it off, Walter. It's no big deal, really. Just stay cool and go to school. Cringing a bit at your unfortunate rhyme, you went to meet up with Anders. As expected of a walk together with Anders, it was full of a lack of conversation. Nothing of note occurred on the way to school. No longer Walter, he is now Silly Boy. Can I, access the thing? I cannot. Or perhaps, that would be the case for most people, but with how well you knew Anders, the fact this walk was happening at all was noteworthy. Oh, I like your outfit! It suits you! Oh, thank you. Been a while since I threw this on. I was afraid it wouldn't fit anymore. Oh, oof. You got the feeling it was a weight-related thing, so you left it at that to avoid hurting his feelings. He's so precious! Shall we go? We shall. So I'm curious, you said you didn't want to walk to school alone today, yeah? Yeah. Come to think of it, what classes do you take today? Borrowable. Anders stopped in his tracks. I don't actually. I just wanted to walk with you today. I don't have much to do at the school except get some art supplies and maybe talk to some teachers. That itself isn't critical either. Yo, we know someone who's like that.
What?
We know someone who's like Anders.
What do you mean?
Like, in real life. I'm gonna text him to you.
Okay.
New point, redeem emotional damage, please. Alright, I sent it to you.
Alright. Oh yeah, that's right.
That itself isn't critical either. Oh, you could have just said so. I'm happy to have you along. I'm glad. Too shy to ask me directly, but arranging it anyway. Kinda cute. But as you concluded that for yourself, you caught a glimpse of some somber in Anders. Maybe there was some other reason why he asked to walk with you, but You didn't feel like prying and dealing with some weird issue today. Whatever it might be, if he felt like telling you, he could do so of his own volition sometime later. Honestly, after stream, what I'm probably going to do is make some popcorn and eat the fuck!
Talk, loser.
And watch the animated Legend of Zelda series. You know, the one from the 90s? The one where Link says, "Excuse me, princess," like 20 times over the course of 13 episodes. As you approach the school gates, something in the back of your mind started twisting your insides. The same something as before, but more insistent in its torment. I really am forgetting something. Ugh. What's up? You look irritated. I just have this nagging feeling that I forgot something. No doubt you did. Ah! Hi, Mark. Good morning to you, too. Thanks for asking. Good morning, Mark. Please tell me what I'm forgetting. Now, where's the fun in that? Try and figure it out. You can do it. At least I hope so, considering what it is. You could just tell him instead of dangling it in front of him like that. What, are you saying you can't figure it out? Wow. Backhanded much? Huh? No, that's not... I know that's not what you meant, Anders, but it did kind of sound like that. Sad Anders noises. Hi, Betch! No worries, just be more careful next time. I do appreciate you sticking up for me. Yes, all in good fun, now get to remembering. Hey, don't rush him. Look at this guy. He's still at it. Nah, that one was warranted. Can it, Mark? If it's something important, then it has to do with schoolwork. I'm taking literature and music appreciation, and I saw college writing as a new one today. Of course, the one I took yesterday was literature, and we were going over stuff. The test! Just the test! Not so loud you'll draw a crowd. But good job, you remembered. Now the anxiety was spiking. You hadn't prepared it. Wait. No, that was wrong. You did prepare. With Mark. I grew up in the 2010s or 2000s or whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, 2010s. Technically. Wait. Did I grow up in the 2010s if I was born in 2003?
Kinda.
I don't know. No, that was wrong. You did prepare. With Mark. Although you had trouble focusing. Some of the stuff you went over was fuzzy. Uh-oh. Yeah, but I can't remember some of what we studied. You mean what you studied? I was just helping you. Mark, can you please help me remember the material for the test? Mark made a show of sighing. Oh, I suppose I can help you brush up. Just a little bit. But you owe me. Oh, thank you. You're the best. Finally, you noticed. That's my cue to leave, I suppose. Stuff to do here. Thanks for walking with me, Walter. Oh, right. You don't have classes today. Yup. I'll hang around, though. I need to pick up my art supplies and talk with a few teachers about this and that. Oh, I basically grew up in late 2000s, okay. I was wondering about you two showing up together. You don't exactly live nearby. Why walk with him? I don't have a particular reason. Just felt like a good thing to do. In other words, you're lovey-dovey and want to cling to his side. I am not! Anyway, it was nice. Thank you too, Anders. With a weak smile and a wave, Anders made his exit. Anyway, we're wasting cram time. Let's get moving. Yes! The classroom was already nearly full. Save one Mr. Parker, with many students being at the same mind as you, to cram as much into their heads as possible before the test. Is everyone but me unprepared? Disappointing. Maybe don't say that so loud. But no students stirred. They were too determined to make the grade. Literally, to bother with his jab. No student except one. Look, not everyone here is a genius. Us plebs have to make do with procrastinating and cramming like the rest of society. You're admitting it's your own fault. You're not even ashamed, are you? I wouldn't give you the satisfaction. No, you even used us wrong. Should be we plebs. Not that I'm including myself with you peons. Ah, yes, this kind of back and forth snark that either indicated bitter rivals or the absolute best of friends. It's hard to tell which one was the case here for someone like you. Heh, peon. Gross. Oh, okay. Just ignore him. You need to cram like the pleb you are. Rude! On both counts. Ah! You set to your task of rememorizing what you needed to know for the test. Perhaps because of how you managed your stress yesterday, said rememorization went surprisingly well. Mark didn't have to do as much to help you get back on track, and you already felt ready to handle whatever the test put in front of you. Meanwhile, you spied Avi looking over his notes and sighing with resignation. Maybe he was hoping to steal some test info from your cram session, but no such luck. The bearer of exam papers came in, and a tense quiet came over you and your fellow students. Sorry, funny joke.
What's the joke?
The bearer of exams came in, and it's a bear. Hi, bitch! Come what may, it was time. Good morning, everyone. Hope you studied for today's exam. No need to be so tense. If you studied or listened to the lecture, this should be a breeze. What should have been a gentle reassurance was surely more like a knife to the back for many. A brutal reminder of failure. Even though you were more or less prepared, the anxiety of taking a test was the same as it was in high school for you. Calm down. You got this. It's the same stuff you were reading and listening to. Mark worked hard to help me out. I can't let him down. Regardless, he sat his papers down at his desk and then sat himself down at said desk. You guys have 5 minutes for any last-minute preparations. If you need it. After that, I'll hand out the papers. Immediately, you heard the more anxious students flip open their books and notebooks and talking with each other about the potential test material. Students like Mark, on the other hand, were content to check their phones or whatever else might entertain them for a while. And students like Avi realized 5 minutes was not enough to alter their fate, and thus they accepted it. You suppose you were actually more like the second set of students. As anxious as you felt, there weren't any gaping holes in your knowledge about the test, or at least none you could do anything about. Confident, are we? I wouldn't say that. More just that I've done everything that I can, and more cramming wouldn't do much. Fair enough. Alright, time's up. Put your books and notebooks away, and remember, any pens with ink other than black or blue are not acceptable for writing on the exam sheet. Taking a deep breath, you steeled yourself for the task ahead. I need front row students to help me. Please take an exam sheet from the stack I'll hand you before handing the rest to the rows behind you. If anyone is missing an exam sheet by the time they are all handed out, let me know immediately. You may begin as soon as you get your sheet. Remember to write your name and ID number on it, otherwise I can't grade it, and that'd be awful. Let's see. What else? Right! Turn your sheet over on your desk once you've finished, and you may leave once you've done so. If you stay, please don't disturb other students. The papers were handed out, and you received yours right as you double-checked what your ID number was. Here goes nothing. But it was more than nothing. Most of the test was quite simple for you to recognize the correct answer, and you felt considerable relief with each answer you made. There were a few that puzzled you, but even those were familiar enough from how they were worded that you could make educated guesses. All in all, you were confident you had at least passed. After checking over your answers one last time, you made a note to buy Mark lunch as thanks. Once you were finished, you noticed Mark was already gone. His test sheet turned over as instructed. You did the same and stood up to head out, eager to leave this behind you already. Avi was gone too, although you felt the reason he was finished with his test was markedly different from Mark's. Mr. Parker smiled at you as you left, clearly wishing you well on your future grade. As much as you would have liked him to go easy on you, you knew that wasn't fair. Not to mention it would have fed into some rumors about you back in high school. Rumors that you were keen to squash. No best resist temptation. Whatever happens, I did my best. Time to comfort myself with some food. Heh. Ah, there you are. Oh, Anders, were you waiting for me? Not exactly. I decided to follow up on an upcoming presentation with one of the student aides. So, do you want to talk about it? The word "it" was so undefined that you felt he could have been talking about anything from the events of last week to your fly being unzipped. The test? Oh! I think I did alright. Not much to say. Oh, cool. I'm glad. Do you have any other classes after this? Yeah, college writing, but I have some time for some lunch first. If you'll join me. Actually, it would be awkward if I didn't come with you. Mark is already there. He saved seats for us. Wow, I definitely need to buy him lunch then. We'll need to be quick then. The two of you quickly went to the cafeteria to not keep Mark waiting much longer. Took you long enough. It's embarrassing sitting here with 2 empty spaces by myself. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Let me make it up to you by buying your food. Works for me. Just get me whatever you're getting. As you walked over to the lunch counter, you thought about the sort of thing Mark might like to eat. He's a lion, so something with meat wouldn't go wrong, I bet. I know Anders doesn't mind, but there's something awkward about doing that while he's getting a big mixed salad. Maybe I can buy him something nice for dinner, since it seems he'll be available all day. Still shook by that. Woo! Although it was an expensive choice, you saw that steak was an option today, and your own watering mouth decided for you upon seeing it. Of course, it was steak. And there was a bull right next to you. But such was nature, so long as there are beings of flesh, there will be carnivores. So it's a surprise to you that Anders took your second tray meant for Mark and started carrying it to the table. Allow me, no offense, but I've noticed you're a bit clumsy. Oh, thank you! At least it's not called cock waffles. Oh, thank you. Rules of nature or not, now you had proof before your very eyes that he was at least somewhat okay with meat. Him working in a grocery store is also proof, if you thought about it, but that was neither here nor there. Before you both got back to Mark, you did see how quickly he placed the tray with meat down. Maybe he didn't realize it was steak at first. Steak for lunch? Don't mind if I do. Ah! I know, right? Guess I'm eating the side salad for both of you. That explained the size, but not the variety. What is that? Tofu? Hard-boiled eggs? Aubergine? Aubergine? I don't know. Probably. I just told them to add some of everything that wasn't meat. I wasn't really paying attention. Hopefully the tastes don't clash. Anders will eat just about anything mashed together. I don't get it, and it never will. Matador's beef jerky. Okay. It's not anything oily, so the flavors don't really mash in something like this. Maybe, but I have seen you eat big oily stuff before, all mashed together. Yeah, because the flavors work together. It's nothing nasty. You're trying to make me sound like some kind of slob. That is common behavior for cows, from what I hear. I think that's pigs, actually. Shush. If we're playing that game, I hear male lions are all about their manes. Built to look impressive and a little else. Paling in comparison to their female counterparts. Them's fighting words, partner. I'm the cowboy here, so leave that kind of talk to me. Are you listening? Look at that smug dork. Look at the smug dork. Look at Anders. He's being smug.
Smug ass.
I bet you if Mark were to wipe that smug look off of Anders' face, there would be a second, even smaller smug look. Okay, wow. I've never seen you get so sassy before, Anders. Really? Not even when it's just the two of you? I figured you two know each other well enough for that now. Huh? Now I'm lost. What do you mean? I held that stuff back. Aside from getting to know you, I thought acting like that might put you off from... From what? I said too much. Don't leave me hanging like that! Put me off from what? I'll show that side of myself from now on. How about that? Eh? Lame. Look, I just wasn't comfortable doing it. That's what it boils down to. Still kinda lame, Anders. This from the guy who didn't know what gaslighting is. You got some nerve calling me lame. Hey! Wow! Destroyed! How did you even know about that? I complained all about it to him in our chat. He went off, yeah. Yeah! I'll remember this. Ugh, whatever. Our food's getting cold. True. Let's eat. Thanks for lunch, Walter. With this, our debt is settled. I wasn't aware I was indebted to you. Well, if you weren't aware, then I'm not going to tell you. How catty of you. Ugh, spare me. Well, fine, I'll just go to class in blissful ignorance. Do you know where to go? I'll look up where to go to cure my blissful ignorance. Or, you could ask for directions. How hard is that? Ah, got me there. It's college writing with Miss Choi. That's upstairs. He was waiting for you to ask him to walk you, after mocking you for not asking him directions earlier. How toxic. I know where that is. I can walk. I'll show you where it is. No need. I'm happy to. I'm sure you have 1,000 tasks to do, and that Publix job or whatever. Wow. Or maybe you were the toxic one, having two men fight over you and doing nothing to stop it. Pfft, suit yourself. Tell you what, I'll track down my interior design professor while he guides you to your class, Walter. I was half joking, but that works. Come on. Mark led you upstairs and pointed down the hallway. You go straight until the end of this hallway, then turn right. Can't miss it. Okay. Thanks, Mark. You're the best. Obviously. Now go do some writing or whatever. Upon entering the classroom, you scanned for an empty seat and found it with no trouble. But you also saw something else. Rather, someone else. Oh. Awkward! Memories of what you said to him in that bathroom came back. Oh, and you were thoroughly displeased with yourself. Geez, at least we're in a classroom so we can't start any nonsense. And neither can I. Ha! Hi, bitch! You thought you felt his eyes on you, but nothing of note happened otherwise. Miss Choi led a productive but otherwise boring class. You learned a bit about college writing. Good for you. More importantly, it was time to leave and put Talbot behind you. He participated in class when he needed to, and you did the same. To the uninformed, you were just two random students. And it should stay that way. You could have sworn you felt his eyes bore into you again, but as you didn't want to invite trouble for yourself, you ignored it and left. Leaving the classroom was a welcome relief for you. Happy to only have to see Talbot for one class and then move on with your life. He is, though. Surprise. Pfft, well, I am surprised, I suppose. Meant to muster more energy than that, but I'm just bone tired. I feel that. I saw Talbot there, and I'm just tired from that. Ugh, figures he'd be there. How are you feeling, other than tired? Better. Nothing happened because of course it didn't. Good, I'm glad. Well, I need to head off to work in a bit. Okay, have a good shift. See ya. And off he went, his half-horn gleaming in the sunset to trudge it at his minimum wage job. That leaves me with a free evening. I want a snack. A bread-like snack. A snack that's very reminiscent of bread. I want bread. Of all the things your friend shopped for in preparation for the Sunday trip, bread was not a part of it. Perhaps Coach Gill wanted to cut down on your carbs. Hopefully Lars doesn't mind, in case he's making dinner. I wonder what kind of steak he could prepare. One steak is enough for one day, don't you think? Here you are at Publix. Again. It really is the one thing to do here, unless I go to the city. I wonder if there's a sweetbread. I didn't look too closely before. Although you expected to see Anders at one of the registers around one of the nearby aisles, he was nowhere to be seen. That's weird. I should ask where he is. Welcome to Publix. Hello, sir. Say, do you know where Anders is? You a friend of his? Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could catch him on break. Smooth. Very smooth. I don't want to get him in trouble. Well, we don't restrict when employees take their breaks, as so long as they get their work done. But regardless, you'd have a hard time getting a hold of him. He's back in storage tonight, helping us sort all the new shipments we just got. Oh, that's too bad. I'll browse in the meantime. Sure, let me or one of the other shelvers know if you need help. Thank you. Guess I'll browse, like I said I would. Sweet bread. I'm sure there's something like that here. Yeah, cinnamon rolls. Those will be great. I should get these pre-packaged ones and fresh ones from the bakery. If you want sweets, all you need to do is ask. Didn't mean to startle you, Walter. I thought you saw me coming. Nah, my eyes were glued to the bread. But anyway, nice seeing you. How are you here? How are you? I'm doing alright. You? Pretty good, all things considered. What are you here for? Snacks? I suppose. I'll never say no to more bread in the house. I'm a bit concerned about you and bread together, if it consumes that much of your attention. Please do not come between me and bread. We're fated to be together. Oh boy. Meanwhile, I'm here for some gardening tools. Why? I don't know if you noticed, but there's an abandoned plot in the backyard that would be great for growing vegetables and the like. Oh, that sounds great! Fresh ingredients straight from the house. Yum. We're of the same mind. I didn't know you had a green thumb. A cook and a gardener? My parents would probably have hired you in a second. Aw, shucks. You don't mean... Wait, seriously? I figure it's worth asking. Can't guarantee anything, though. I will definitely keep that in mind. Well, since we're both here, we might as well check out together, as I can get the stuff for homemade cinnamon rolls. Oh, my bread! We have a plan! Now I know how to win you over in any situation. Please, you already did! You're just saying that. Lars continued being humble about your gratitude for him being there while you got the requisite gardening tools and baking ingredients. Say, how did you do on that test? Having exhausted other topics since you two still didn't know each other that well, he brought up the one thing you offhandedly mentioned in the gardening aisle. I did alright, I think. I'm glad. Having checked out all your items, you realized that what the manager said held true. You hadn't seen Anders at all. Just give Walter bread and he's happy, exactly. Oh well, I'll see him in class tomorrow. Huh, I forgot it's still getting dark a bit early. That'll change in a few months. Yeah. I'll set the tools out in the shed. Alrighty, I'll put the rest away. Thankfully, the fridge held enough room for the perishable ingredients after how much Lars, Coach Gill, and Mr. Parker used while was inside over the past 2 days. You stowed your purchases away and made yourself comfortable on the living room couch for a while. Perhaps lying down on the couch was a bit silly, as you fell asleep when you could have done so in your bed. I can hold off dinner if you're sleepy. Make you a big breakfast tomorrow. Now I'm hungry. Just that couch is comfy. You can give him Wonder Bread and he'll marry you. Exactly. That it is. Anyway, dinner is ready. Mind setting the table? Sure. Setting the table for two is a very simple task, perhaps insultingly so for it to be delegated to a separate person. But even that little act made you feel included, and that was nice in its own way. And so you ate your meal without any need of complaint for Lars's kitchen demeanor. It was, in your opinion, quite like it appeared, faultless. Hiya! Anything taste off? Not at all. You nailed it again. I'm really impressed. Glad I made the right call then. I thought about the cinnamon rolls, but I think that'd be better for another day. Maybe if we both can make plans to go to the park. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'd love that. Sounds relaxing and delicious. Much like you. I said think it through. Will do. Time to clean up. Oh, I can handle that. It's the least I can do. I have nothing better to do, though. This was false. You had studies to attend to, but oh well. As you wish, then. The two of you cleaned up and went to go relax in the living room. The evening elapsed uneventfully, turning into night like each turn of the page of the book Lars had found in the house. It's a bit of a chore to read, but the way they set up the tension is really interesting. You certainly make it sound interesting, but why is it a chore? Wordy sentences. This author likes to make themselves seem fancy with big words and poetic devices inserted needlessly. Eesh. Yeah, you said it. I'll give it a chance, though. Maybe I will, too, after I finish my English literature course. Not a bad idea. How's the mattress treating you, Lars? Pretty comfortable. No complaints for me, considering... Right. Good night, Walter. Good night. And we're going to leave off here tonight. We are not doing a chord progression stream tonight. Yeah, we finished the update. Yeah, I don't know when we'll do another one, but maybe soon, hopefully soon, because we're almost done with it. Anyways, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.